Okay, so I am supposed to be going out for sushi, right? And I just want to give y'all a little quick testimony real quick, because I got no choice. I have no choice, because this is what it is, okay? And I'm messing up my makeup. I mean, it wasn't much to begin with, but Lord Jesus, I'm messing it up. But here's the deal, right? And let me tell you, these are not tears of sadness. I'm just an emotional person. I laugh and cry for every damn thing. These are tears of happiness. I told you, I laugh and cry for everything. But here's the deal. I was just sitting in my car, working on some things, because this is not my new office. Who can relate? This is now the new office, right? Okay, so, and I promise you guys probably seen this. I'm going to point it out, this rag in multiple videos or whatever. You're like, what in the hell? And this shirt, probably. I promise you I have clothes. It's just that, I don't know. Every time I feel inspired, maybe it's this, I don't feel inspired to do a video until I put this on. Okay, promise you I have an abundant wardrobe that I've been trying to get rid of, and it never seems to downsize. But I digress from that. Let me tell y'all about this beautiful testimony that I have. Last year, and I just thought about it. That's what brought me to tears, okay? Last year, I was not depressed last year. Let me take that back. Well, no, I wasn't. Oh, gosh. This is going to be a story. Is this about to be a story? I don't want to make this long. So let me find a way to wrap this up. Long story short, I used to be very depressed. Extremely depressed. I mean, just pissed, depressed, angry, just full of rage, upset, just angry at you, angry at me, angry at everything. And it's because I was living a very toxic life. And I don't even know where this is going to go, but I'll figure that out later. Okay, so I was living a very toxic life. Oh, the lights want to shut out on me. All right. So I was just angry. Whatever, it didn't matter what I did. It seemed like I just could not escape this toxic life. And everything in my life was toxic, okay? My relationship with my parents was toxic. My relationship with my family. My relationship with my children. My relationship with my children wasn't toxic, but in hindsight, it was toxic. My relationship with, my significant other. My job. Oh, my God. I hated going to work with a passion, but that's neither here nor there. But my relationship with my finances, my relationship with everything, myself, most importantly, that's what it really boiled down to. The relationship that I had with me was toxic. Okay, I had no clue who I was. I mean, I had a clue, but I was not living my true authentic self. I was not expressing who I truly was. I was being suppressed by others and by myself, which caused anger. Goodness gracious, I didn't want this to be a long video, but I was just unhappy. And if you can relate to just not wanting to get out of bed in the morning, if you can relate to just what is the fucking point of trying, why, what's the purpose of life? Especially me, I'm a very spiritual person, and I had a lot of spiritual things happening to me, as well as people in my ear that were, I'll get off topic really quickly. The end timers. Yes, we are living in the end times, but there are two different types of end timers. It's the kind that know how to take it gracefully, and the kind that basically just make you want to put a bullet in your head because the world's ending and it's gonna end disastrously, so fuck it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Those type of people I was surrounded by. So everything outside of the fact that I was in a domestic violence relationship, and this is really me being a short synopsis. I will break everything down probably in later videos, but everything was just toxic and I was just unhappy. So fast forward, I decided to make a change. So I made several changes. I went through a course of changes. First change was, I surrendered to the Most High, which is something I do a lot because I'm a backslider. Who here is a backslider? Say I. Some people might not know what a backslider is. For those who don't, it is someone who follows the walk of the Most High. This is not a Christian debate here. It's someone who walks and then we slide back into the world. We walking on it, we slide back into the world. And I'm kind of like a 1 foot in, 1 foot outer, the lukewarm torm. Hopefully, thank God, I have God's grace and mercy. He did not spit me out. I appreciate that and I love you. However, back to the story. I decided to get back right with the Lord. And basically, we made a decision to destruct and tear down my life, which was already falling apart to begin with. So we both did our parts in total demolition of my life. And I moved to a different state and decided to rebuild. Now, with that, anyone who's been through transitions, through a shift, relocation, moving, that comes with its own challenges. However, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to fast forward to, well, I guess we do have to talk about that, because within the process of that, in rebuilding myself, the healing journey after the demolition, I met a couple of people, and with meeting these people, I was I really wasn't open, because when I'm in my healing journey, I'm not open. I like to stay to myself. I like to deal with my issues. I like to work on me. I like to tear me apart with no one present. That's just my personal thing. However, that wasn't the case here. The case here was, I opened myself up a little bit. But long story short, these were all temporary people, but they all brought me something. So fast forward to about this time last year, what was I doing this time last year? I was kind of having a little meltdown last year about this time. Not because I was depressed, which I kind of was depressed, but not for the same reasons of previous before. This was a different this was a transition depression. This was a shift depression, not I hate life depression. Completely different. So, and it was the shift depression that comes, like I said, moving brings its own things, stress of my kids, healing brings its own things. So I was in that state, which came along with a loss of friends due to other sources that have nothing to do with this, and a loss of my relationship, which I really kind of didn't care about, but I kind of did, but I really didn't. If you can relate to that, say I. But anyways, moving on. So I had, a lot of things happened in this month last year. Kind of like the relationship is kind of what made me lose the friends. But that's another story for another time. But, goodness, what is up with all the lights? Where was I? This time last year, transition, basically whenever I have and this is another topic, but I'm just going to insert this in, whenever I personally go through an ascension or anything spiritual, my life starts to go like this. It just is what it is. So we just add that on top of everything else that's going on. Long story short, I was not at my best. I was not feeling my best. I was still thriving. I was still moving forward, but things were not happening the way I wanted them to happen, and I was feeling kind of low. watched this guy or went to church. Can't remember if I watched it online or if I was in the building, because sometimes my memory, sometimes I can tell you what I do straight off, and other times it's like, I move a lot around mentally, so anywho, and he said, this time next year you will reflect, you will be amazed at how you'll be in such a different spot. And you'll be amazed at what God has done. And that is what initially, I'm only 10 minutes in, but like I said, I didn't want it that long. That is what initially led me to the tears of joy that you saw at the beginning of the video that was ruining my lightly done makeup. But essentially, you can see my bags are back. So, yeah. I think I butchered my face. Anyways. Yeah, so essentially, like, I was crying tears of joy because I was just in reflection. And like I said, I get emotional. And I was really reflecting at my life a year ago today versus my life today, and all of the progress that has been made. And, I want a lot of people to stop looking at progression as just a material thing. Oh, you're not doing nothing, or they got a house or car or whatever. My life has changed with that type of stuff too. Not the way I'm expecting it, or not my end all be all, because that's still a journey. However, I'm still moving forward in that area. But I'm not even talking about materialistically. Look at, in my life, like I said before, I'm a spiritual person, so my life moves spiritually, which mostly everyone does. If you really zoom in on that, your life moves spiritually before it moves in this realm physically, or manifests physically. So I am like so ecstatic and crying happy tears about how the progression of my life has changed, and how that word was so true that I have to give my testimony, and I have to thank God that I am not. And the thing is, this is how you know you're not in the same mental space or the same spiritual space you was before. Because let's bring it back to if your finances ain't looking like the way you want them to, and you can still thank God that you have progressed, lights out again, baby. Okay, I know I've been changed. Okay. I'm so serious. I'm not even trying to joke. Give God, Most High. I don't like to use the word God personally. I use it from time to time, but I say the Most High because, a lot of we ain't getting into that tonight. The Most High. Give gratitude and praises when praises is due. Okay, because the testimony is, I am in a completely different space, okay, than I was last year. 180-degree turnaround, okay? And if God can do it for me, the Most High can do it for me, the Most High can do it for you. And I just want to encourage somebody out there with this word to let you know that He can make it happen. Change is coming. I'm not alone. Whatever you're going through, it shall pass. I'm going through something right now. This is gonna pass. You know what I mean? But I'm just in a different space. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Before, I would have been anxiety ridden and couldn't sleep and shaking in my boots. I'm not worried about it. You know why? Because I got the peace of the Most High, okay, inside of me. Baby, it's kind of dangerous, to be honest. No one tells you that when you get the peace of the Lord, you got to really watch it, because you just might let your whole... But so seriously, I'm not alone. You can do it for me. They can do it for you. And yeah, I just wanted to share my testimony, and I'm just happy. Look at that. I started in tears and ended with a smile on my face. And even if I was crying, I'd still be smiling. You know what I mean? Because it ain't nothing but happiness, peace, and joy over here. All right, so I love you guys. Stay encouraged. Don't be depressed. Don't be down. God got you. And have a good night. I'm supposed to be going to get sushi, and I don't even eat sushi, but I'm going for the ambiance. Have me a good night, and I keep making videos. So hopefully I'll make it there and not keep praising God. But I mean, not gonna say hopefully I'll not keep praising God, because I can never stop praising the Most High for what He's done for me. All praises are due at all times, each and every day. I'm out of here. I'm rambling now. Bye.